Hi, I'm Gina. I'm from California. This was Tim. He was my closest friend, and we were engaged at one point. Tim had a job, but his employer failed to give him health coverage. So Tim had nothing to fall back on when he got cancer. He wanted coverage that wasn't tied to your job.
In 2017, my mom was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, and when she revealed this to her employer, they fired her. Since she had been with the company for nearly 20 years, they gave her 1 year's worth of salary and health insurance. After her 1 year's worth of insurance ended, she had no choice but to seek coverage with Cobra, which was very expensive. Fear of getting into debt because of her medical bills ultimately led to her decision to stop her treatment. How many people had to stop fighting their battles even when they weren't ready, just because they couldn't afford it?
A lot of times I wonder if Tim would be alive if he had health care sooner. There isn't a day that goes by. I think of Tim every day. And there's days I even wonder what our kids would have looked like.
The for-profit healthcare industry willingly deceives people into believing that Medicare for All would eliminate their freedom of choice in their healthcare coverage. When my mother was let go and her coverage ended, she didn't have a choice.
Your employer tells you what choices you have.
Workers whose insurance is taken away when they strike don't have a choice.
You may decline a job offer because of the health care that they can afford to give you.
The sad thing is, I know I'm not the only one with stories like this.
The time for Medicare for All is now, and I believe Bernie Sanders will enact it.
I believe he's the only candidate who's going to fight for my family's health to be guaranteed.
Out of all the presidential candidates, you're the one that I trust.
There's no way out for us. I mean, other than you, Bernie.
Under the legislation that I have offered, every family in America would receive comprehensive coverage.
He's fighting to have Medicare for all, so none of us have to lose people we care for.